Welcome back to Auto Tech, where we explore the latest and greatest in the world of high-performance cars and bikes.
Recently, we covered the most expensive motorcycles you can buy from each brand in 2025, but what about the more affordable end of the market? Well, here we go with some of our picks of the best bikes under £10,000 for each of the major motorcycle categories. So let's start with the naked class, with them generally being excellent all-rounders with plenty of comfort, yet still some performance if you want to go out and have a bit of fun. The middleweight affordable class is full of good options, and generally all of them fall well under the £10,000 price mark. Honda's CB750 Hornet, for example, offers excellent value for money with a punchy 750 parallel twin that makes a handy 90 horsepower. It's one of the more leery bikes in this category, and it handles sweetly too, with an easy agility that makes it very unintimidating. Perhaps my only reservation is that the seat height is a little bit on the low side to feel truly sporty, but at 795mm, realistically, it's by design to make it appealing to newer riders, and like I say, it's a very easy bike to ride, so I guess it's done the trick. Another staple of the middleweight naked market is the Yamaha MT-07, with it being pretty much the best seller since it was launched about 10 years ago. The CP2 parallel twin is lively and fun, and it's always been a very lightweight machine that again helps with that playful nature. More recently, though, it had fallen a little bit behind the competition in terms of tech and spec, and so for 2025 it's had a major update with improved suspension and brakes, more technology, and a bit of a USP. You see, I think I'm right in saying that this is the most affordable bike that you can currently buy across the entire market with AMT, or automated manual transmission. That means no clutch or gear shifter to work for the rider, as you can just run it in an automatic mode and the bike takes care of the rest. I've tried this system out on the bigger MT-09 and it's genuinely very impressive, with crisp shifts that you can also control manually with the buttons on the switchgear. So if you want an automatic motorcycle in 2025 but your budget is a little bit limited, then the MT-07 AMT is your best bet at £8,050. Another great option here is the Triumph Trident 660, which has always stood out from the crowd with great handling and a triple-cylinder engine that gives it some distinctive character versus a market that's generally dominated by twins. For 2025, though, it looks like an even better proposition, with the price holding steady and yet a quick shifter, Bluetooth connectivity, a sport riding mode, cornering ABS, and cruise control, all now added as standard. Amongst its peers, there's not much else that offers this many features for such a tempting price point. To be honest, there are so many good options here, like the KTM 790 Duke, the Aprilia Tuono 660, the Honda CB650R, the Suzuki GSX 8S, and probably more that I haven't even thought of, and so it really is pretty hard to go wrong in this segment, but undoubtedly the best value for money proposition in the naked market, and in fact potentially the best value for money in the entire motorcycle market at the moment has to be the CB1000 Hornet and the upspec SP version. For £8,999 for the standard bike, or £9,999 for the SP, you're getting a 150 horsepower weapon with a Fireblade derived inline 4, a sweet handling chassis, and a decent tech package too, especially considering the price. The SP looks by far the better deal, with a whole host of upgrades including Brembo style Emma brakes, an Öhlins rear shock, a standard fit quick shifter, and an exhaust control valve that adds 5 horsepower peak. And so for that kind of money, it really is a bit of a no-brainer, and your only problem might be getting hold of one, as I believe they're selling exceptionally well. If you're less concerned about going quick though, and more so want to cruise around in style, then I guess you probably want a retro. And thankfully, there are a whole host of good options here too, many of which are well under that £10,000 mark. For example, take pretty much any bike in the Royal Enfield 650 lineup, like the upright Interceptor that starts at $6,399, or the more sporty Continental GT Cafe Racer at $6,599. Then there's the old school classic at $6,499, the Bear Scrambler at $6,749, the Shotgun Sporty Cruiser at $6,699, and the more bling-looking Super Meteor, which is top of the tree, at $6,799. All of them are powered by their air-cooled 650 parallel twin, which isn't going to blow you away at 47 horsepower peak. But what they are is great-looking bikes with an authentic retro riding experience. And you've got a whole range of different chassis configurations there that should mean there's something to suit all tastes. If your budget allows though and you want a bit more performance, then Triumph's equivalents offer just that. Their Speed Twin 900, T100 and Scrambler 900 all give you an extra 250cc of capacity and also liquid cooling that helps with generating more peak power. All of them come in at 64 horsepower and 80 newton meters of peak torque. And so there's a lot more shove, which means more spirited acceleration, as well as some reassurance at motorway speeds. The level of finish is a cut above 2, as you'd expect for the extra expense. And so choose the Speed Twin for handling, the T100 for classic looks, or the Scrambler for a more rugged vibe and a little bit of off-road capability. Another model I'd certainly recommend though in the retro category is the Moto Guzzi V7, which gets a few signature features that do help it to stand out from the crowd. The transverse mounted V-twin has its own side-to-side wobble and makes similar power to the Triumphs. The shaft drive gives you a little bit of practicality, and the long, cavernous 21-litre fuel tank means plenty of range between fill-ups. About £8,000 will get you a regular V7 Stone, but also new for 2025 there's a V7 Sport with upgraded brakes, suspension and tech that still comes in under 10 at £9,700.
Thanks for joining us in this video. If you found this content engaging, don't forget to hit that like button, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel for more thought-provoking insights. And remember, your comments are invaluable to us, so share your thoughts below. And may the wealth be with you.